So our patient was a 2-year-old female that we met at the park. She was exposed to CMV when she was in utero, causing a right-sided um, hemiper- hemiparesis. Thank you. And so she just barely recently started walking at 2 years old. And what we did while we were at the park is we played different games with her. She played some games with cones, stacking different rings on cones. Then we walked around and played on the playground, doing different activities, climbing up stairs, walking over a curb, playing on. They had a little sand area, trying to go down a slide, swinging on a swing, doing different age-appropriate games for her while we were at the park.
Throughout our intervention time or this observation time, we noticed several different impairments. So the most important impairment that we noticed was just decreased right lower extremity endurance. So just she got tired while she was walking. She was walking a lot faster initially, and then throughout the hour she definitely walked slower. She also had decreased right upper extremity coordination. So, she was playing games with rings and a cone, and she had a lot of difficulty just grasping and releasing those rings and putting them correctly on the cone. She also had decreased fine motor control, the way she grasped it. She used all 5 fingers, and it was very rudimentary. It wasn't like a fine pinch or grasp or anything like that, but she was using with her left hand. And then finally, decreased gait speed would be the 4th one. We just mentioned that, parents have to walk slowly with her. And so, of these impairments, the most important one or the biggest one that we noticed really would just be that right upper extremity.
Okay, so as we were discussing her, we had a couple questions come up. One of them being she had some difficulty going up and down stairs. However, when she does regular stairs, if you hold the hand and do up and down regular stairs with a handrail, she can navigate them okay. But the holes through, when you can see through the stairs at the playground, she gets a little scared with that. So that might not be a completely accurate assessment of stairs, but it is an accurate assessment of playgrounds. One of the main questions we thought of when we started looking at our interventions was constraint-induced movement therapies. How do we balance it so it's not detrimental to her and so that it's still helping her? Because to me and some of us, putting her in a cast for 3 weeks with that left arm and forcing her to do everything with her right arm, she might regress in her abilities and her independence, because she has been, according to what we heard, she has been known to get a little bit frustrated if you force her to do something for too long with her right arm, and then she kind of just gives up on it. So where do you draw that line of helping and hurting?
That's good. If we went and started an intervention with our patient next week, just some activities that we came up with, including that constraint therapy, would be simply putting that left upper extremity into a sling of some sort, just so she wasn't as active with it, and then having her, maybe pop bubbles with her right upper extremity, or just playing with the toys that she uses at home, whether it be dolls and whatnot. Another idea with that constraint therapy would be maybe hold her left hand during snack time and have her try to pick up and eat, bigger snack objects like a apple slice or something like that. And then without doing the constraint therapy, getting both those hands involved, do activities like threading a thread through a bead, probably a larger thread and bead, but having that right side hold the bead and have her coordinate the thread through the hole in that with your left side. Also using building blocks or large blocks to build a tower, using both hands and stacking, just coordinating the movement of stacking blocks on top of each other would be a good intervention to have her do as well. And then as far as a topic of interest and lines with our patient here, she has CMV. That's something that I had never heard of, and would just be interesting to look at the further prognosis and how that plays out in their life